In this video, I'll analyze the Q1 FY26 result and Concall of Ashapuri Gold Ornament. So Ashapuri Gold is a Ahmedabad-based B2B gold jewelry manufacturing company, as Sky Gold. Mainly, they have expertise in antique gold jewelry. Uh, if I talk about their client base, they have around 250 clients across India. If I have to take one name, it is Titan. Then they have Malabar. So that is their client base. They have 250 client across India. So that is the point. In terms of their capacity, they have a capacity of 150 ton per annum. So if we compare it to Sky Gold have 1 ton per month, and Ashapuri have 1.5 ton per annum manufacturing capacity. So that is another point. But as of now, they are using 50 kg per annum capacity. So if in the future demands grows, they can increase their capacity. So that is their point. Okay. So as of now, they are using just 500 kg capacity per annum. Okay. So that is the point. So let's talk about the result of Q1 FY26. In terms of the revenue, if we look at their revenue growth, they grew their revenue by 20% in this quarter. So if we look at their past, like till Q4 FY25, they were growing at around more than 70%. Okay. So if we look at their growth, they were growing at over 75%, sometime at a rate of 100% also. But in this quarter, that is very disappointing that the revenue grew by just 20%. So that is the point with the revenue. In terms of their volume, they grew their volume by 17% in this quarter. In the last year, they grew their volume by 60% in the whole year FY25 over FY24. But in this quarter, the volume was really low, but they are confident of doing 50% volume growth full year FY26. And in the last quarter also, in their last quarter Q4 FY25 Concall, they have guided us for a 50% volume growth in the year of FY26. So that is the point. And also in this quarter also, they are holding their guidance. Why is the management confident about the 50% growth in terms of the volume? The management is saying that in the last week of the last quarter Q1 FY26, they participated in a exhibition, and there they got a really good kind of response from several clients. So that is why the management is confident about the volume growth of 50% in the year FY26. So that is the point. So we have to track it, that how they can able to do 50% volume growth, because the major festival period is still due in this year. So that is the point. In terms of the capacity expansion, if we look at their volume guidance, they are guiding us for a 700 kg per annum kind of a guidance they are giving. And as of now, they have around 500 kg per annum capacity. So they have to increase their capacity. Obviously, they have the infrastructure there. They just have to set up the interior work and all the things, and they are good to go. So they are saying that in the next quarter Q2 FY26, they will expand their capacity. They will increase their capacity. So that is the point. And as we know that the festival like Diwali, Muhurat is in October in this year. So the clients like the B2C company started giving the orders 90 days before the real date. So that is why we can expect a good kind of volume growth in Q2 FY26. So that is the point. In terms of the margin, gross margin, they have been able to increase their gross margin quarter after quarter. If we look at their margin expansion, that is happening with Ashapuri, and in this quarter they grew, they increased their gross margin by 380 bps. Okay, so in terms of the margin expansion, they are doing really well, and they have been, as I said, they have been really consistent about the margin expansion for last 1-2 year, and we can also expect the margin to move in a right direction, in upward direction for next few quarters, because they are saying they introduced Polki and diamond jewelry, and as we know that in the diamond jewelry the margins are high. Okay, more or less it is about let's say if the margin in 22 karat gold is around, let's say, 8%. Okay, so the margin in the diamond jewelry will be around 16%. So there is a 2x kind of a difference between the pure 22 karat gold jewelry and the studded diamond jewelry. Okay, so that is the point. The number is absolutely in imaginary, but the thing is that the margin is higher than the 22 karat gold. So as they introduced Polki and diamond jewelry, they can increase their margin going forward. So that is one point, and they are also looking to introduce 18 karat gold jewelry. So that is another good thing, because as we know that in margin in 18 karat jewelry is also higher than the margin in 22 karat jewelry. So that is another point, that is another point where they can increase their margin. So we can expect the gross margin, EBITDA margin to increase further. So we have to track it, that how the margin pans out. So that is the point with margin. In terms of the PAT, they grew their PAT by 22% in this quarter. So obviously, as revenue was disappointing, revenue growth was disappointing, PAT is also in the same category. So in terms of PAT growth, there is nothing kind of a growth, but yeah, the guidance is strong going forward if we look at the whole year FY26, because if they can grow their volume at 50%, whereas they grew their volume by just 18% in this quarter, if they can grow their volume by 15%, then we can expect a better 9 month of FY26 from this company. So that is the point. So if we compare Ashapuri Gold with Sky Gold, that how the opportunity looks like in Ashapuri Gold against the Sky Gold, I would say if we look at the guidance of these two company, like Sky Gold management is guiding us for a 50% growth in terms of the revenue. In terms of the volume, they are guiding us for a 40 to 50% of volume growth, and Ashapuri is also guiding us for a 50% of volume growth. So if we look at the size of these two companies, Sky Gold is 10 to 12x bigger than Ashapuri Gold. So but if we look at their guidance, that is more or less similar. So that is one point, that Sky Gold is bigger, much bigger than Ashapuri Gold, but their guidance is in a similar line. And another one thing is that Sky Gold's management, that whatever the management have guided us in the past, they have been continuously, they have been very consistent about the meeting of the guidance. They are consistently executing their guidance. That is the point. So we do not know that how Ashapuri's management will meet their guidance or will execute their guidance, because the track record with Ashapuri is very less, because they just started doing Concall in the last quarter, whereas Sky Gold is doing Concall for last 1-2 years. So the track record with the Sky Gold's management is there, and they are executing their guidance according to their words. So that is one point. That is the second point. So if we look at these two companies and compare the opportunity, so I would like to go for Sky Gold, because like as I said in the first point, Sky Gold is bigger than Ashapuri, and the guidance is also in a similar kind of rate, and the management of Sky Gold has the track record to achieve their guidance. So that is another point. That is the second point. So that is why I would like to go for Sky Gold instead of going for Ashapuri. But yeah, again, Ashapuri, I think if they can do 50% growth, it is also a good company. But yeah, as we know that whole gold jewelry segment industry is doing good, so everyone can do good. Okay, so that is the point. So I do not think that there is anything left. So let's track it, that how Ashapuri Gold's management execute their guidance. Then we can decide in the next quarter. So let's track it. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.